As Merriam-Webster defined, ethics is the discipline of dealing with what is good or bad and with moral duty and obligation. In architectural practice, architects are charged with acting ethically throughout projects, whether interacting with clients, the public, colleagues, or employees. This is Jessie.
I'm Nicole. We are both overseas postgraduate architecture students, and today we will re-challenge my graduation project, a library project in Broken Hill on the level of architectural ethics.
Research is very important before we exactly design an architectural project.
Yes, it let us have a brief knowledge about culture, climate, and topography of the site. There are also many ethical aspects to the process of researching, such as whether the research process will affect the local environment or violation of the rights of others.
Wow, that's a lot to think about as well. But let's go back to the design itself. I feel that the research process is also a reflection of the designer's value, and the value he wants to demonstrate with his project will impact the direction of research. So why does the research focus on deconstructionism?
I found that the history of the site has a strong stylistic identities from different periods. Deconstructionism allows me to bring all the components and combine them in a new form. The combination method is also based on a survey of local planning.
It's very interesting to me, but I didn't see many indigenous cultural fragments in it. What about the First Nation? Do you think the First Nation is an important aspect we should consider in architectural practice?
Definitely yes. As we know about Aboriginals are the first people of Australia, it is indispensable to take Aboriginal culture, knowledge, sustainable living, and political priorities into the consideration of the part today's Australian society.
Yeah, and I see your project location was one of the Aboriginal living lands. So how do you present the connection with the First Nation in your project?
Well, it is a shame that I did not consider this topic too much when I did my grad studio. The design presents more about the relationship with the Western architecture from the elegant arch form to the modern steel louvers.
I see. Maybe look at the Project National Park by Nissan Mercut. It's a good example presenting how the architecture connects with the country. Good design is a broad topic. It has relevance to almost all other aspects.
A good design must create a positive value in the design process, particularly in architecture. It will provide benefits to people, society, the natural environment, and economics. It takes care of this from the beginning of the design to construction and even after it was built.
From the good design discussion paper, good design could be divided into 7 aspects. How do you evaluate your project through these points?
Well, there are some good points I could return which have a good consideration of the existing build form, use of local materials, and separate circulation of all the vehicles, bicycles, and pedestrians. But there's a lot to think about as well. It lacks of consideration as a sustainable building and its economical values.
I think it's possible to consider these scattered topics in future designs before. If all these points are exiled or possible, then the project must be a well-balanced design. As we talked about before, value is one of the evaluations of a good design. In the human historical experience, architecture has manifested itself as the art of shaping the environment in urban planning and building volumes at various scales.
True. Good design can create value by providing new opportunities for a building, place, or a space that increase the social, economical, or environmental benefits to the community.
Yes, I also can see some potential value in your project. Designing a public library is a good opportunity to encourage kids' interest in learning, which can be a potential improvement in education.
And the project also functions as a welcoming public space for entertainment, reading, and communication, which creates a social value for residents. Besides, The Broken Hills culture also attracts many tourists every year, so the public library can function as an exhibition space for the tourists to closely understand their local cultures too.
Yeah, great. And how about public space? Do you think your project can be identified as a good public space?
Well, a safe and welcoming public space will promote human contact and social activities. As you can see, the semi-outdoor arch corridor with a staircase platform as an entrance of the library can create a sense of welcome. And the grand arches also do an effective job of attracting people to gathering here. Besides, the library has designed various spaces for meeting the needs of different groups of people, such as the kid reading room by creating children's scale shelves and different sizes of meeting rooms for the varied numbers of groups.
I agree with you, and accessibility is also an important consideration for public space. Accessible design is to reduce functional obstacles and enable safe travel for everyone. It means access to all.
I feel like the accessibility design has a strong relationship with equity. Access to all is the group that quality needs considering but not limited to gender, age, race, disability, wealth, politics, and etc.
Accessibility design is also the embodiment of architectural value. Encouraging a person to fully exercise his human rights and participate in society will increase that person's sense of belonging and social development. In this library project especially, a good accessible experience would enhance potential improvement of local education and create an ideal community for the aged people.
My library project has a consideration of accessibility through a ramp near the main entrance and lifts. There are also multiple entrances to reduce the passage times.
Yeah, it could be pushed more on design with setting graphic icons, braille, and audio reading room.
Maintaining a good mental health requires us to connect with others, get physically active, and touch nature. We could achieve this goal through design such as full ventilations and bright colors.
Yes, I will be in a really good mood in a building in the sunshine with light music and greenery.
Reflecting on my project, my landscape section is considered a prominent part, which encourages children and visitors to navigate. The design of the arch walls and greenery will encourage more physical activities on the exterior.
That's cool, and I would say the social gathering attribute is also crucial for libraries. Socializing with people also brings an important value to their cultural output. A library is a place that needs to focus on the mental health of young people, especially around exam periods. A dedicated mental health advice desk may ease the stress of students as well.
Wow, today you have given me a deeper understanding of the project. Every question you challenge is well worth to rethink.
Yes, that's why we do Recon. There is still a long way for us to go.
Definitely.